hanging out with you guys, I kind of realized that you need that mentality of appreciating chaos and messiness
Yes.
to really grow something. If you are the type that I want it perfect, I want it clean cut the
Yes.
first time around, you're probably not gonna go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to the Innovate Sarawak Stories series, where we talk to innovators all around Sarawak. And today, we have a very special guest with us. We have Alif from Tikuwan. And what they do is basically develop AR solutions for Sarawak. And recently also, they won the TPAB, which is the Tegas Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp. They bagged about 2,500 ringgit. So I guess they are almost there to becoming millionaires. So without further ado, hi Alif.
Hello, Jacob.
Welcome back to the Tegas Digital Village. It's been a while.
Yes.
So how are you doing, man? Well, how have things been until now?
Oh, we've been working hard.
All right.
Yes, as usual, been on the grind, but not much else has been
Okay.
happening.
Are you currently still studying or
Yes.
still studying?
Yes. This is
Oh,
my last
okay.
semester before internship, and you know where I'm gonna internship, right?
Where? Here?
No, Tikuwan.
Oh, you intern at your own company?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I'm
Well, it's
allowed
working
to.
experience. You're allowed to, huh?
Yeah, as long as it's a registered company.
Okay. All right. Then how do you pay for your own allowance then?
Ah, with my own projects.
Okay. All right.
What do I need? You don't need an allowance.
Yeah, true. Most internships are
Yeah.
free anyways. But any new projects recently that you guys obtained?
Well, we've had some small ones.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly just websites.
All right.
Yeah, websites and app, like a really simple one. But yeah, it's just very very small projects. I'm afraid can
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
we have been working on the main project, which is Mata Kuching. Yeah, it's the AR tourism thing. The AR part and the tourism part. Yeah, so the tourism, it just it links the tour guides to the tourists, in an easy way because
Okay.
because places like TripAdvisor
Okay.
and like the big places, they don't really do like in depth. They're not built for Sarawak, for Kuching.
Yeah. They are built for the general market,
for
other
general market.
cities and all that. But for the benefit of the audience,
Yeah.
apa ya mata kucing? Nah.
Mata Kuching, it's
Yeah.
an app, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
like-
sorry, those who don't know about it lah, right?
Yeah, so it's an AR tourism app, or are you talking about the actual Mata Kuching thing?
No, not the fruit, the ones you guys are developing lah.
Yeah, it's an AR tourism app.
Okay. So how they use it? They just scan using an app, or what does it do?
Yeah, so it generally just you make an account,
Okay.
and something, and then you want to link to the tour guides, the attractions, so you can view all of their information, the relevant information,
Okay.
and you can book. Yeah, you can book like trips and everything there.
Okay,
So you can
okay.
plan your trip ahead, and we can provide exposure to a lot of places
Okay.
that are currently invisible.
Okay, so it helps tour guides
Yeah.
and tourists connect to get the legit ones.
Yes.
And then how does the AR come into that?
It's actually a separate thing entirely. Like,
Oh.
not really separate. We want to connect those two together, but
Okay.
the linking together part, that one has nothing to do with AR. The AR is there for to enhance the experience.
Okay, so AR is sort of like the addition towards
Yes,
that.
it's an
Okay, which
addition.
is a part of that. And the main app is about connecting people, knowing where to go to makan, where to find trustable tourist guides and all that. Okay, interesting.
And also, the invisible tour spots, the ones that you don't really hear
yeah,
about.
Yeah. I mean, it's no secret. Like the best kedai makan in Kuching always are the dirty ones. The a bit unknown ones.
Yes.
If there's no rat running along the side of the stall, it's not good, man. You have to at least a rat, a cockroach.
Yeah, right,
Bau
a
ni,
few
sedap.
cockroaches. If I don't see at least 3, I'm out. I'm out.
We're painting a really bad picture for Kuching, man. Yeah, but our food stalls here are generally very clean. But you're right, man. A lot of the places that tourists should go are a bit invisible.
Yeah.
They're not on some website. They don't need the marketing. They are known for their flavors, the food, and that's it. You know, it's not a nice shop where you go there to be Instagrammable, right? But I think it's good that you guys highlight these players in the industry also. They are playing a part in tourism. People come here just for Kolomi, come for Kampua. Of course, Kampua better go Cebu lah.
Yeah.
But then, you know, then it's quite difficult for tourists, first-time tourists in Kuching to find it.
Yeah.
Because I also met like a couple tourists when I was in town that day. So they were asking me where McDonald's is. They were, why you want to go McDonald's? Because that's the thing that popped up on their Google search.
Yes.
Right. So of course, like, it's a bit unfair to the smaller players. So those small Kolomi shops all around.
Yeah, and we don't want to give everything to these big corporations. We think they just give us the same thing all the time. What about our tradition, our
true,
culture?
True. Even not to talk bad about all these fast food corporations, but then the nasi lemak, of course, won't beat the
ikan bilis also.
don't have ikan bilis ka?
What? No, the KFC one.
KFC one don't have, is it? Oh, I didn't know about
mana
that.
ikan bilis?
Oh, I never thought about that, but yeah.
No, I think they just forgot at that one time.
Okay, could be.
Yeah,
But I'm just happy that the coleslaw is back.
Yeah,
You tahu si coleslaw dah balik.
I'm happy
It's back, man. It's back in Sarawak.
Yes.
We did not have coleslaw for about 1 year plus. Almost 2 years.
What
Kan?
happened? Maybe there was a cabbage shortage.
Yeah, cabbage suddenly become endangered species,
Yeah.
protected by WWF.
Maybe nobody ate it. I mean, I eat the coleslaw.
Logistics issues, I believe.
Yes.
You know, it's not easy to send fresh vegetables every day.
yeah.
And then cepat rosak,
Yes, I mean the COVID ruined the supply chain anyway,
Alright.
everywhere for everything,
Yeah.
especially chips.
Why chips?
I'm not sure.
Oh, are you a fan of
the
chips?
potato chips.
Oh,
the,
chips
the
apa?
TSMC chips.
Okay,
yeah, the
alright,
microchips. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of microchips, we have a tenant here. I think they do the design and then they send it to some company nearby, XFAB, I believe, to do the manufacturing.
Isn't that like the factories right there?
Yeah, they're all around here. Yeah, so the businesses here, you know, or the companies here also support and play a role with
Yeah.
all the nearby companies and factories here. Yeah. Oh, so tell me a bit about yourself, Alif. I mean, I know you personally, yeah, but maybe for the audience, what are you? Who are you? What inspires you? How did you even start creating this company?
Well, I'm only the co-founder, but
Okay.
then again, co-founder is a pretty big role. But anyway, pretty big. It's only one of the founders. I mean, yeah. But anyway, just I'm simply just a student. I mean, I'm simply just a regular university student who decided that what I got was not enough. I wanted to make stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what inspires me is, wow, now that I have these skills, I can make stuff.
Yeah.
And that's it. I can make whatever I want.
Yeah.
I can make games, very difficult, but and it takes weeks to even make something simple. But I can make it. It's a possibility. Yeah. I mean, back then when I was a kid, I always dreamed about making games, drawing art,
Yeah.
animations, everything. And I got tired of dreaming, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of making games, we
Yeah.
recently ran a program here also called the Game Jam.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah, sayang you cannot make it this time. But this time, if you join, competition will be very tough, bro. So many good teams rocked up. I was very surprised also with the quality of the games that they produced in the end. Even the work pace that they were taking, they worked in a very organized manner. Like when I went in to check up on them, they were like, "Oh, well, everything's already on track. There's no problem, or maybe the problem is something that they can solve." So there was not really much of a hand-holding experience. It was more of just like checking, apa boleh tahu dah kah? Stuck anywhere? That's it. And then they can move on.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the submissions. But yeah, I really, really wanted
They
to
submitted
join.
already. So what they will do is they will be sent to KL to showcase their game. So now they have time to refine the game, improve it a bit, fix out some bugs, some kinks
I
over
can't
there.
wait to see it when the videos and the prototypes.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah.
these ideas also become something they want to commercialize.
Yes.
Become also something they actually want to sell, and through this idea, they create a game development company all around it. Yeah.
So speaking of game development, I tried my hand at doing one of those game jams at ICAT as well. I started the game development club. but it's a lot harder than it seems because
Of course.
no, I know how to use Unity,
Yeah.
but turns out explaining it to people is not easy.
Yeah. Because you are explaining subjective concepts. Let's say if I tell an artist, right?
Yeah.
I want this person to look
Yeah.
with hair, with nose, with eyes. But then the eyes could be any different random geometry that they are thinking in their head.
No, I'm not talking about the subjective part. I can't explain to people how to use the tools to make games.
They one have to learn themselves lah.
They have to learn themselves, but that takes time.
Yeah.
And it takes dedication and energy
Yeah.
and all of that. I guess they haven't gotten any strong ideas that really push them. Yeah, I wish I could use a simpler engine, but I haven't started.
Unity is quite relatively user friendly also, right? It's quite easy to
user
jump
friendly,
in.
but it's also very bloated.
Okay.
Yeah, if you, because you have so many options, people get scared.
I see.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. That's also another thing that you have to consider when jumping into an app. Sometimes if you can do everything, you don't know where to start, right?
Yeah. It's not just the technical aspect, right?
Yeah,
It's
correct.
also about the whole design thing you have to learn.
Yeah. So how many people are you guys inside that game developers club at iCats?
It's about 10 people.
Alright,
Yeah, it's
starting
10
up.
people. Yeah. We've rebranded into some innovation and invention club, but I still run the game development subsidiary. I'm not sure what it's called.
Okay. So the entire club, have you guys developed anything cool? Any cool stories that you guys?
We wanted to, and I have been teaching them, but yeah,
You teach?
yes, I'm teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, and but it's not easy to just make a game, especially since the bigger the team and the more inexperienced that a big team is, the harder it is to get anything done. Like I can make stuff by myself, but you should try teaching people and like getting them to work together and stuff. It's
That's
very, very difficult.
That's an issue also faced by a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
When they started out alone, yes, everything's fine. Suddenly now they, as a business owner, they have to pivot the mentality and the way they think to not so much as the doer, but maybe more of the manager. They have to delegate things out and to explain to a foreign person what is in your mind. That's a tricky part also. But a lot of people get confused also between esports and game dev, right? So when you go and say, okay, come join the game dev team, they would think that, okay, it's just a place to play games, right?
I'm not sure because everyone I've asked, they do not confuse it with esports. But then again, I do ask like generally software engineering people. I mean, anyone can join.
Yeah.
But obviously, people with a software engineering background, I have an advantage. But I just there are artists in there. Yeah, there are artists and there are people assigned to make music. But yeah, that's the problem. It was just difficult to motivate them and to get everything.
Yeah. Gaming is a bit tricky, especially
game
development,
dev,
because you're taking the creative people, mixing them with the tech nerds,
Yes.
and then you got the music people coming in again, and then sometimes you got the cinematic people coming in also. So it really is bringing all different sides of, I guess, the creative and innovative industry together. But you yourself, you're taking up currently software engineering, right?
Yeah, software engineering.
Okay.
Yeah,
alright.
so but yeah, I also do art. Maybe not as a side. I mean, just both.
Just for
both-
fun, I guess.
No,
right?
both software engineering and art.
Okay.
I don't learn art, but
Yeah.
apparently it does bring in a bit of cash every once in a while. And I can make my own assets from my games.
All right. So you
Yes.
can start from scratch. You don't need to download from Mixamo and all that. Okay,
I would
man.
hate downloading assets.
That's my cheat code, dude.
No, it's not a cheat code.
It's
It
easier.
limits your creativity.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay, this is the character downloaded. I have to make something based off this now.
Yeah.
You have so many stories you could tell,
Yeah.
but you can only tell them with this this downloaded
Agree,
asset.
Yeah. And especially if you just download it, then you kind of skip that step where you have to go inside Blender and learn how to operate it. So end up you're stuck with that one, whatever people give you, right? Okay.
What if you wanted a different sword, a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
character model?
But of course, we can not use Mixamo assets also for commercializable projects, right? We cannot use it for something that we want to sell.
You can.
Can?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
I might double check on that.
No, it's just when you, for example, in the Unity Asset Store,
Yeah.
just most everything in the Unity Asset Store you can use for
Unity Asset Store can. Tapi
yes,
make
even
some
if it's
more.
free. Or make some more?
Make some more maybe cannot.
I'm not sure what make some more is.
Okay. It's like a place where you download the 3D assets and then you can just combine any movement to the model.
I mean, yeah,
We'll
maybe
check it
some
out after
stuff
this
is
lah.
copyrighted.
Yeah.
I'm
I think all of it
assuming.
you can only use for testing and like samples and stuff like that. But once you make money out of it, you have to like kind of pay or cannot use the models lah.
Of course,
But
they
it's
have to
fair.
make money somehow.
Yeah. They also need to make money.
I mean, same with Unity, right? It's free unless you make a certain amount of money.
Yeah. Same goes with Unreal also. For such a huge
Yes.
and powerful software, they're actually not asking much for it.
No, they're really asking for basically nothing.
Yeah.
If you make $2,500, no, not that, $250,000 a year, that is nothing.
How they know though? Do they check?
They do check, but they
they
do
check?
check. Apparently, there's been a thing where they just send emails and stuff.
Okay. Maybe they realize, okay, your project is kind of big, it flags it as a project, then you can send you an email.
But still, you use the thing, you pay for it. Like it's free.
Yeah. We actually we take advantage of a lot of things like this. We don't appreciate it a lot. Actually, it's kind of awesome that we have now free software.
Yes.
People spend hours doing it, and we just download it for free and then complain also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
complain
one
when you have to
star.
pay.
I did not pay a single cent for this, and yet I demand all these functions.
Especially since if that thing you didn't pay a single cent for makes you $250,000.
yeah, I think it's fair. So you give them a bit lah.
Yeah, just
But speaking of art,
yes.
what is your current favorite game and why is it Elden Ring?
My current favorite game is Elden Ring because it's Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Dark Souls but open world. It's a whole bunch of content, and I think the best part is its attention to detail. I mean, the gameplay is great, but there's a lot of cool stuff in there that they're fine with you missing.
Yeah.
There's entire dungeons underneath a well, like actual well on the ground that you would never figure out to jump in.
And got just one random door that you missed.
Yes.
Suddenly, you realize, oh, I missed an entire storyline and all that.
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
And the story was written also by the
JRR. No.
Bukan, ni Tolkien.
GRRM.
George Martin.
Yeah.
George Martin, yeah. So the story is a bit complicated, right? Until now, I still don't understand it 100%.
It's
Who and what did what, but the gameplay is awesome. It really is a test of your patience.
Yes.
Also,
patience, skill.
how dedicated are you to this game that you will stick around even though dying 100 times?
I don't get the whole quitting because of your dying part. It's not. You didn't lose. Like it's even baked into the game lore.
Yeah, but then the game, it's evil, bro. Let's say let's say it's 150,000 souls, right? At the edge of the map. You almost get it. Suddenly the enemy come and it's like attack you, poof. Then you drop down the edge. Then you just lost 150,000 souls just like that.
Okay, so that sounds like a skill issue.
Get good.
You
die
needed
because
to-
you didn't
need more
get good.
get good.
Alright,
You need more
alright.
get good.
All right.
Don't walk around with 150,000 souls.
True.
That's easy.
Why didn't you level up, right?
Yeah, why
Use
didn't you
it.
spend them?
Okay, true. Yeah. A lot of things also were like secrets. They don't explain it to you in the tutorials. And I think that is also the joy of gaming itself. Don't make it too easy. Don't make it too difficult also where people give up and get depression. But also provide some in-depth knowledge so people can fall in love or can have an emotional connection with the characters inside
It's like
there.
what was that term? Like you need depth.
Yeah,
It's not complexity. It's just depth.
like the NPCs inside there, they don't have much emotion, right? It's just a very short dialogue compared to other games. And then it's also incomplete. The story macam tergantung all the time, right?
Yes.
It's up to you to like try to dig deeper.
Although it's kind of hard for. I don't agree with this design, but for some reason the NPCs, yes, they move around,
Yeah.
and that makes sense.
Yeah. But you don't see them actually moving there, right?
The problem is when they move around, they're always at some obscure location hidden behind several doors.
Yeah, and it does not make sense why they are there in the first place.
Yes.
Why you go there? Why are you in the middle of the snowfield?
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
that?
But that's how you progress the quest line.
But I mean, for the benefit of the audience, can we get up a video of Elden Ring, maybe an epic fight somewhere? Yeah.
That is the final boss. I
Yeah,
don't know if you want to.
yeah, that one. Okay.
Might as well.
The one with the big sword there.
I hope.
What build do you usually use?
It
Great sword
always
also?
needs a big weapon. Like
Okay.
the bigger the better. But I prefer to just slam my enemies to the ground, preferably with some magic as well.
But the timing also, right? You cannot just simply dodge and bash a button and then you.
Yeah, you
know,
cannot.
this one is really pinpoint accuracy.
Yes, if you start the attack, you have to
You
commit. Yes,
Yeah, you have to commit.
you will be stuck there.
Yeah. So what was your build again? You told me you had a dex strength car.
No, it was strength faith.
Strength faith.
Strength faith.
Okay.
As it usually is in every Souls game,
Yeah.
honestly.
But faith builds at the end. For example, this guy, he's like quite immune towards holy damage and all that, right?
Yes. But faith doesn't mean holy. Like there's lightning, fire. Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Okay. Maybe because I use the winged sights, that weapon. So maybe that's why it's holy damage.
Wing sights do holy? Is it the one that shoots out the disc?
No, it's like the two hit fly in the air and then land down and strike again. Yeah.
Okay.
But do you play at this level? Are you like as good as this guy?
This is the final boss, which I haven't reached, so I don't know.
All right.
But actually, no. With how powerful incantations are, the faith spells,
Yeah.
basically, I basically just cheese the boss. I use the. I don't know if you know the spell. It's called Flame of Frenzy. Like,
Is it the one that is and then it just spews out random
spews out
stuff?
fire.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Just like, I hit the boss, quarter of his HP is gone,
Alright.
stunned on the ground, and I do it again, and I do it
Alright.
again, and I do it again.
Yeah, so that's basically the game.
Yeah.
You hop around, fight,
Yeah,
get
hop around,
depressed, die, and then lose all your progress.
Not all your
and just-
progress. You
and-
gain like several mushrooms over the course of the 3-hour grind.
Yeah. But I think this is one of the games that really set the tone for a lot of the games in the games industry also, where it really is focused on creating a good game
Yes.
and not really caring like what the
How do we-
customers actually are leaning towards to, which is against what startups actually tell you to do.
Yes.
The startups in the startup ecosystem, they will tell you, do what the customer wants. But then these guys went against the grain and did what they wanted.
Honestly,
I know.
it's just
Created
when
a
it comes
masterpiece.
to creative projects, because I have like done a lot of these very, very small ones. They started with tabletop RPGs. So the customers don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And they won't tell you.
Yeah.
They can demand this and that and this and that, but a lot of things are unfeasible
True.
or just like it depends more on the design than the idea. Not
Yeah.
like the implementation than the idea.
Yeah. Sometimes also, yes, the idea exists in their head.
Yes.
However, the physical feasibility, how can you actually, what do you need to press to
Yes.
code that thing inside the
What do you
game?
need to press?
It might be too complicated, or sometimes even the developers want to do it, but then maybe too expensive, not enough time to develop all of that.
And even the ideas just won't play out right in reality.
Yeah.
There's always a bunch of people who want like a game where you can do everything. And it turns out a game with no direction, and like infinite scope. You end up just going there and achieving-
Impossible, right?
Yeah.
You're basically trying to recreate life,
Yes.
what we have now in a computer world.
Hey, you
which
want
is
you want
almost
to play a
impossible.
game where we can do anything you want? Well,
Here we are. Yeah.
Here we
But
are.
only one life only lah.
Yeah. How do I change my stats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
You drink any potions, you won't get healthier. Usually you get more sick, except this one.
except
Energy potion. Drink your mana potion.
Yes. Oh, I gained 200 energy.
You know, you can see life that way. It's just that we cannot quantify it. There's not
Yes.
no
No
nothing
numbers.
appears up there that says, oh, this is 200 energy or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, just for creative stuff, there is no what the customer wants. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there's just make what you think is works.
Yeah. I think that's also, I think for those who are starting out, yes, you have to tweak it a bit for your customers,
Yes.
but don't lose direction of who you really are, right? You have to make sure that you are still real. Yeah. But yeah, maybe let's go back to the recent pre-accelerator that you guys joined.
Yes.
We were slowly running out of time, so we probably end with that.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys won the 2,500 ringgit as the
Yeah.
prize, right? So maybe to those other companies out there also, any advice even though the price is small, what should they focus on? What should they use the money for?
What should you use the money for? Well,
Yeah.
it depends on like your actual workload for yourself. But I like we split the money. It's me and the co-founder.
Alright.
The founder, sorry, the main founder, who's
Okay,
in this
okay.
room right now, sending me messages.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hint, hint, he's somewhere,
Somewhere-
behind the camera.
Maybe I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm ignoring all of them though. Yeah, but we split them, and generally there's a lot of. It's a software project, so there's a lot of stuff you have to pay for. Azure, for example. Yeah, and but for my share, I mostly use it to support myself while I
Okay.
worked.
Okay, okay.
It was that's the thing. Speaking about that, yeah, it sucks that grants and stuff, they don't really let you pay yourself. Kinda, it's like I understand the criminal implications of that.
All right.
Not criminals. I'm just unethical to use money
Yeah.
for yourself. But like, I'm the one sitting in front of a computer for 10 hours a day. Why?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
In a
wanna
way,
pay
it's
someone else
you,
to do it.
you using it to fuel this machine.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
this biological machine that's
literally,
gonna pump it out, right?
Like, where does the food come from?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like, how do we balance this with an actual job? Like a 9 to 5. It's
Yeah,
it's difficult.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just wondering.
Hey, no worries. I mean, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Of course, the thing complicated about students is we don't want to push you guys too much into the business because we want you guys to graduate also. You know, we don't want it to be the reason why you could not, finish your software engineering diploma or degree or masters or whatever. Like, and
I mean, I understand that's like a concern for some people, but I'm a software engineering student doing software engineering. I'm quite sure that this will only benefit me, even academically.
yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's funny, like when we get to web development class or Android Studio class, I'm just there already doing stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So how did you learn though? If you did not learn from the universities themselves, where did you usually learn all these skills from?
honestly, for programming at least,
Uh,
university just put your foot in the door. You're going to have to learn the rest
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
The best way to learn is to just make a project by yourself, maybe for yourself. Just make something you care about, so that you actually put the effort in, give it the respect you think it deserves.
Yeah.
And you will learn
Right.
all these new stuff, so that you can make the thing
I agree.
very nice.
I feel that also as modern humans, especially our generation, we want it to be perfect.
Yes.
Only then we want to release it. However, if you think about it also, the first iPhone wasn't perfect. It had bugs, it had stuff in it. The first iPhone, the first smartphone, in fact, I think still had quite a lot of buttons on it. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't really
Was it the
remember.
BlackBerry?
exactly. I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the keyboard on it.
The keyboard had tons of buttons on it. It was not 100% touchscreen yet.
Yeah.
And even up to today, the phones are always upgrading, always improving. Not only phones, across the industry.
Yeah,
Nothing came out perfect the first time,
Yes.
right? And I think that's a good point to touch on also. Just create. That's how you learn. Okay, that skill I'm lacking. I don't know that part. Then you go YouTube lah.
Yeah. Then you go YouTube.
Right.
I mean, I've seen that a lot of people, they watch tutorials,
Yeah.
but they stop at the tutorial. They just, I've done the tutorial thing. Didn't actually learn anything.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
only learned what code does this exact thing.
Yeah.
It's so you should make your own projects and use the tutorial to bolster your knowledge. But yeah, just what were we talking about before this? The making a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You see, the things that are released that are flawed, like the first iPhone, the first smartphone, all of those things, those are made by giant companies.
Yeah.
Most of
With
you,
thousands
most
of engineers, right?
most of us, we're just like one person,
Yeah.
3 people maybe. You'd probably just make trash. And why not? Just make so much. Just make trash that you care about. And
Make
eventually-
beautiful trash.
Yeah, and
right.
then eventually it'll become the best trash.
I think also as I'm not a full-time developer or anything lah, but hanging out with you guys, I kind of realized that you need that mentality of appreciating chaos and messiness.
Yes.
To really grow something. If you are the type that I want it perfect, I want it clean cut the first time around, you're probably not gonna go anywhere.
No.
You know, you're gonna be stuck with just trying to create the perfect thing and nothing comes out in the end.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to like bite the pill and just release lah. See what the public says.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them eat it up. You know.
Because I've been making a game and the scope flew out of proportion. It's not really flew out of proportion. I thought the scope would be simple.
Yeah.
But like a bunch of subsystems has insane scope. So I'm making a platformer, action platformer.
Okay.
Yeah, with customizable equipment. You know Armored Core, right?
Okay, I'm a
That,
core,
but
but
2D.
2D.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a lot harder than I thought it was.
Of course, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite 2D action platformers, Dead Cells.
Yes.
I mean, it took a couple years to really, update.
Yes.
And look at where they are now. Partnering with people like Castlevania, with the other games
Yeah, there's a lot of
also.
collabs, right?
And of course, the artwork is nice.
Didn't they collab with Salt and Sanctuary? I don't remember.
Probably. Don't quote us on that.
Yeah, don't quote us on
Yeah.
Source, I made it up.
Yeah, Reddit or some fake news channel out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, Alif, we're slowly running out of time.
Okay.
So maybe just as a parting gift for the others, what have you learned most in your journey, since starting Tikuwan?
Okay.
Biggest takeaway from that.
Okay, well, honestly, the main thing burning in my head right now is you can be messy with all the things that you do. Don't be messy in planning because you'll regret it.
Wow.
Yeah. No, don't be messy in planning. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a direction, plan your architecture, especially for your software.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you're doing
Mhm,
instead
mhm.
of writing stuff and forgetting about it and then having messy code.
Yeah, that's very good advice. Yeah, so sometimes we are passionate about the things we do. We just start to jump into the project. We don't want to sit down. Let's talk it out, guys.
Yeah.
Let's write it out on paper,
Yeah.
right?
But you have to.
Yeah.
But as well as like, there's no point just sitting down planning for months though.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You should do it, but don't do it too much.
don't
That
do
kind
it
of
too
thing,
much.
lah, right? As an entrepreneur, you have to balance all these things out, kan?
Yeah.
I guess this could be a second lesson that you have from this, right?
Many
Yeah.
more lessons where this come from.
Yeah.
Where I come from.
All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Alif.
Thank you,
Appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, to our viewers out there, always plan your things before you want to do anything, but don't spend too much time planning.
You have to actually
do
do
it,
it.
right? So, hopefully, this chat with Alif inspired any one of you out there to develop your own tech. Start creating, start innovating, and maybe hopefully one day, you guys could probably join in the pre-accelerator bootcamp like Alif and grab yourselves like the winning
Grab
prize.
yourselves your very own winning prize.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, Alif, thank you very much for the session. It was an awesome chat with you. I'd love to catch up more with you about
All right,
Elden Ring,
thanks,
man.
Jacob.
All right. See you soon, bro.